couch. Now, you better loosen up, brother.
I'm loose. We live.
I want to welcome the Busch Doctor for coming all the way over here to be on the couch and spill all the healthy tea about being healthy.
The healthy tea. You already know the Busch Doctor. There. I was rushing a little bit late, but I'm here. I was rushing. You know, my gas tank was actually on 17 miles left.
Oh, no.
I had to put it in eco mode, and I came.
You came. The Busch Doctor was like, let me pull up to your bumper, baby. So welcome, Busch Doctor.
Thank you.
And let's start off by introducing yourself. But wait, before we do that, thank you for sitting on the couch with the O Coach, right? Follow us on Instagram. The Instagram is on the couch. No, not on the couch with the O Coach. That's why I love live, and you can just be whatever, right?
Be free.
You know me. I like spilling the tea. But
that's right.
Seriously, follow me on the O Coach _69. Also, slide on over to Spotify because we're going to be featured on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
Go on Spotify. It's on the O Coach. On the couch with the O Coach. Now I'm getting all tongue-tied.
Mm-hmm.
On the couch with the O Coach. But make sure you use the exclamation mark when you do on the couch with the O Coach, right? And I'll put it all over social media, all the platforms, right? And I want you guys to meet the Busch Doctor.
The one and only, the Busch Doctor.
Yes, I've known the Busch Doctor for years now. He keeps me healthy.
That's right.
We're going to talk all about that good health. We're coming into the new quarter. We're at the end of the quarter of taking care of yourself. So we need to start now. We're still have some time in December to cleanse and get ready for January 2024. It ain't no New Year's resolution. It's all about getting yourself healthy and clean. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to introduce my main man, the Busch Doctor.
How y'all doing?
Tell them where they can find you, Busch Doctor.
So, y'all could actually find me at 740 Grand Street, Jersey City, New Jersey. You already know. 07304, I think the zip code is?
Yes.
I think so. But you don't know, all the herbs, anything to fine-tune the body, we have it. Burdock root, soursop, as you can see the nice soursop fruit right on the table right there. Mm-hmm. And I'm the one who actually go out into the bush, or the woods, and go harvest the herbs. As you could probably see my videos floating around Instagram or Facebook or whatsoever, the Busch Doctor in the woods. Yes.
He was all up in Africa. Now, when he was in Africa,
the
he
motherland,
had me cracking me up with all the things. And I was like, what is that? You know? I was like, what is that? Like, well, do I really want to put that in my body? But let me tell you something. I suffer with a lot of inflammation, and the herbs that they have, like, you know, you can get stuff from the regular doctor, from your regular doctor, but getting herbs to alternate and, you know, to use as a supplement is really a great way to get yourself back and keep yourself still alive.
That's right.
You still alive.
And it's about fine-tuning the body. Sometimes you use the herbs to actually fine-tune so that you could actually become to the healing journey, to be honest. So herbs has its place. Medication has its place, but you use the herbs definitely to fine-tune the body so that it could arrest the condition overall.
Thank you for making that disclaimer. So we're not medically certified peeps, but we definitely are certified in the herb department, right?
Correct. So, the nutritionist, holistic health. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, see that? The holistic. He's the holistic Busch Doctor.
You don't know.
So let's get started because we already know about, you know, living a healthy lifestyle is great. For some new herb living people, for someone living new coming into the herb life, because you know we have TikTok, we have Instagram, and you see all these herbs now. I've been telling people for years and years, you should head on over there. You should do this, do that. Now we have TikTok. Now everybody's like, oh, soursop. Mm-hmm. Oh, burdock root. You know,
even
mullein.
sea moss.
Yes, sea moss.
Sea moss been around for years, and people now are waking up oh, take sea moss, take this, take that, take that. But sea moss, as a baby, going to Jamaica, my parents used to give me sea moss on an everyday basis. And now you got people saying, oh, you can't take too much of this, you can't take too much of that. But we live in a toxic environment. Car pollution, factory pollution, and one of our eliminating organs, which is the lungs, is already suffering from the pollution that's already in the air. Mm-hmm. So we got to make sure we take a lot of good stuff, the sea moss, the soursop, where we pick it off the tree back home, and we eat it as an everyday meal.
Yes.
Nutrition. But nowadays, you come over here, you got fast food, you got this, you can't cook for yourself. We got a lot of food. Exactly, processed chemicals and stuff like that. And that's what the body don't need.
It does not need that. No. So we touched on the sea moss. Now there is something else that I saw circulating out here. It starts with an S. I left the name home.
She legit.
Yes, she
legit. Boom, 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 boom.
She legit.
Oh, yes, it comes from the Himalayan mountains. So
what's the difference?
The difference is a lot of people, well, a lot of men, I should say, is using she legit for the needy and the greedy. Yes.
Get to the boom,
As
boom.
you get older, you have the needy who actually want to use it to have fun.
Because they suffer with ED.
Exactly, from the food that they consume on an everyday basis. Okay. The chicken, the meat that has in a whole bunch of synthetic chemicals, and now it's blocking up your arteries. You don't have a lot of circulation throughout the whole body. Then you have the young kids like me, 23, 24, 25, 26, who just want to be greedy. And then they just want to be bedroom bully. Oh. So then they're taking the she legit from the Himalayan mountains and for just energy overall.
Okay, so that's what the sea legit is.
Mm-hmm. And then they say they have the brown one, and then they have the black one. But the black one is actually supposed to be more potent.
Okay. So. Because I heard with the sea legit, right? The sea legit comes in a little black bottle. A resin. And then, what is it called?
A resin.
A resin. Let me get it right.
Point blank, period.
Let me get it right, right? So I heard, because I was scrolling through the gram, right? And then I was like, oh, and they said that it's more potent than the sea moss. And it also says that it gives brain power. So that's why I was intrigued, and that's what caught my attention.
To tell you the honest truth, advertisement pays a lot. Okay. You can never compare she legit to sea moss. Okay. But if you have somebody who's advertising it, then advertisement definitely does pay. Okay. But they got two different things, I believe.
They serve two different parts of the body. The
and
chemistry.
I think everybody's just going crazy over the she legit because of the aphrodisiac. Oh. The libido.
Okay. So if you have low libido and you have men out there that are suffering with ED, that's who need to really use CJIT.
Right, to help their condition. And you got to remember, we want to get to the root of the problem. So more so the root of the problem is the thyroid, the endocrine system, because your endocrine system is actually what puts out hormones. Okay. So testosterone for men, and then progesterone and estrogen for females. Okay. So definitely you want to get to the root of the problem and make sure your endocrine system is up to par. Okay. So doing sea moss, like with bladderwrack is 102 minerals. So it's actually going to help aid the thyroid so that your thyroid is in check so that you have a right amount of libido.
Okay. Because the thyroid plays a part with your libido and your ED. And I heard with the sea moss, we're going to go back on with the ED and the low libido because a lot of people probably want to know about that because there's some people that's out here that's young. I heard there are young men out here that's very young with the ED, and I was shocked. You know,
and then they go to the gas station buying Rhino and this and that and this and that. But you don't need that. We got to work on the endocrine system. Look at a lot of young kids. They have pre-diabetes. They overweight.
From what? The processed food.
Exactly. The processed chicken. Chicken is not the same how it used to be back in the day. They inject it with a whole bunch of hormones and chemicals. And then the thing about it, the word organic is very tricky. All organic means in chemistry, water runs through it.
Oh.
So you could have an organic chicken, but it's still having a whole bunch of hormones that's messing up your thyroid and messing up your pancreas.
Wow. Because everybody hears organic. I eat organic. I eat organic. And then you're like, okay, like I was explaining to my previous guest, she lives with MS. And I mentioned to her, everything that says organic is not really organic. Just like everything that says GMO, there's no GMO in it, but there's something else in there besides that. Yeah, they might have eliminated the GMO, but there's something else within. I mean, everything you put into the mouth, is something in there. And it's something that's going to try to take us out. But using the supplements, this will offset that.
Right. To fine tune the body, to actually bring the body back into harmony. And like I tell people, we automatically just live in a toxic environment. We have 4 eliminating organs, the skin being the largest, the kidneys, the bowels, and the lungs. A lot of the times it comes from what we put on our skin.
Wow.
Lotion, as in a whole bunch of chemicals. Why use lotion? You're supposed to use healing fat oils. Every cell in the body is surrounded by fat.
Okay.
So you need a lot of healing fat oils. Wheat germ oil is very good to put on your skin. Flaxseed oil, even coconut oil. Coconut oil is rich in glycerin. Coconut oil is rich in MCT. Stuff like that to actually protect the cells. If you cannot eat it, don't put it on your skin. Wheat germ oil, I think, is the best. 1 tablespoon of wheat germ oil is equivalent to 30 minutes on an oxygen tank.
Oh, wow. So now do you ingest that or do you just rub it on the skin?
Both. Ingest it and put it on your skin. If you can't eat it, don't put it on your skin.
Well,
I don't put no kind of lotion on my skin. I don't put shea butter on my skin. Shea butter, to me, I feel is for the palm of your hands or your foot bottom.
Okay.
But wheat germ oil, that's going to oxygenate your cells. Coconut oil. Glycerin, vegetable glycerin, is what they use for, like, when you're going out into the sun in the summertime.
Okay.
You're at the beach and you put glycerin on your skin in order to make your skin get a nice little tan.
Okay.
So definitely stuff like that. If you can't eat it, don't put it on your skin.
Don't put it on your skin. Did y'all hear that? Don't put it on your skin.
Don't put it on your skin.
Don't put it on your skin, man.
Oh, no.
Now, another question I have with the sea moss. I really want to jump into soursop too. But with the sea moss, I know that learning from you that let's take your sea moss first, and then a half an hour later, then take your vitamins, because now it's going to absorb into the sea moss is with the minerals. You need minerals to absorb the vitamins, correct? Am I right?
Correct. But like I tell people, anything for the body, it always starts with your liver.
Okay.
Your liver is the only organ in the body that breaks down fat, carbohydrates, protein, supplements, or anything like that. Okay. If your liver is not making bile, you could take anything in the world,
and it's not even going to
It's not going to work.
Wow.
So a lot of the times we have 5 different taste buds: bitter, sour, sweet, saltiness, and acrid.
Okay.
As you may know, a lot of people adapt to what taste buds? The saltiness and the sweetness. So we got to balance it out with sour and bitter.
Gotcha.
So bitter stuff like Cascara sagrada, yellow dock, dandelion, burdock is going to help the liver make bile so that you could digest, assimilate, and eliminate. A lot of the times people just eat for the name. They don't eat for the integrity. Why do a lot of people eat chicken? Why do a lot of people eat beef? Why do a lot of people even eat greens?
Gotcha.
And they still classify them as anemic. That don't make no kind of sense.
That makes none whatsoever.
Because a lot of times people's liver is not making bile.
Gotcha.
Then you may have somebody who has cholesterol. Your LDL level is high. So what does that mean? They may put you on medication, levothyroxine or something like that. But you want to get to the root of the problem. And the root of the problem is the liver. Why isn't your liver making bile to break down the fat?
Interesting.
And now your liver is dumping that fat into the blood, which is cholesterol, the hardened fat that's in the blood. So you need a lot of bile to actually help your liver make. You need a lot of bitter stuff to help your liver make bile so that you could digest, so that you don't have cholesterol anymore.
So what about, that's a good Y'all hear this? Y'all listening? Y'all
They
listening?
better be listening. I'm throwing it at y'all.
You're getting this free. You're getting a free little health
Oh,
health
yes.
class right here. Now, you want to live long and you want to stay around here, you got to listen to the Busch Doctor. I'm
That's
telling
right.
you, 740 Grand Street in Jersey City is where you need to be stopping in. I know you guys buy herbs and stuff online, but sometimes what you're buying online, you don't know what they're putting in that.
And then another thing, right, too, since we're going to talk about that, the herbs, you don't know what they putting in. A lot of times people come, they see a bug or whatsoever. Our herbs are not sprayed. Herbs are not sprayed. If they spray your herbs with pesticides, with chemicals so that no bugs is on your herbs, those stuff that's causing cancer in the body.
Yes.
So, of course, you're going to see a little worm. Of course, you're going to see a little fly. But that's how you know you getting the real deal. You ain't getting no artificial stuff.
And now, can you rinse the herbs off if you want to?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You could definitely rinse it.
Because I know I rinse off my my soursop. Because it's a leaf. You know, it was out there.
Even if you put even some baking soda.
Okay.
Baking soda would be good to wash it off, too.
Okay. Now, what else? I wanted to ask you something else. I did with the sea moss, the wheat grain. What were we talking about? I forgot.
Cholesterol.
Oh, the cholesterol.
Oh, yes.
Yes, because oh, no, I know what I wanted to ask you. I wanted to ask you about with people that don't have gallbladders, because a lot of people out here that are living with no gallbladders, such as myself, right? The doctor done came in and took some organs out. And
But you had gallstones?
No, they said I had my gallbladder was inflamed.
Okay.
And I had like a lesion on it. That's what they told me. But now, magically, they couldn't really do a biopsy on it. So that's a little scary. So I have like some discomfort on this side a lot. And, I'm worried. I don't want my I don't want to have pancreatic cancer. I want to clean my pancreatics. I want to know what can we do? Tell the listeners, what can they do to really cleanse that liver? Because that liver rules the whole entire body go ahead.
That's right, too. So even if, like how you said, with your gallbladder, gallstones, or if it's inflamed, people don't understand it's actually technically called liver stones. What your liver doesn't metabolize, it dumps it into the gallbladder.
Oh.
So they will be like, oh, you have gallstones or whatsoever, it's inflamed. But that means your liver was not making bile. So that means you may have been eating food. You may feel constipated. You may feel bloated.
Okay.
Stuff like that. Because your liver's not making bile and now it's dumping it. So now your gallbladder has gallstones.
Okay.
So definitely, I recommend as the main herb to be in it is dandelion. Put a little bit of milk thistle. Milk thistle's active ingredient is also known as silymarin. Silymarin is actually the active ingredient in milk thistle to actually help the liver make bile.
Okay.
And then you could add like chanca piedra to it. You could add some yellow dock. You could add some red sarsaparilla. Always remember, any yellow and red root is always good for the liver.
Okay.
Red sarsaparilla, cascara sagrada, yellow dock. And that's basically it.
Okay.
Burdock root too.
Oh yeah, I love my burdock root. It has a distinct taste, but I put honey in everything.
Hey! I actually eat it to me, I feel like the raw burdock root tastes like carrot.
Oh, really?
I think so. If I was meant to bring it actually too, but I forgot.
Well, I have some burdock root on the table, but it's just it's
grinded
all grinded up.
Mhm.
But I make it as a tea. And when I made it as a tea, I felt a little different. I felt a little more energy. I felt like my hot flashes went down. This is just for me. I felt like my hot flashes went down because I'm in full menopause. But I'm worried about this discomfort over here after having a gallbladder out, and it's just uncomfortable. And I don't want to come up a couple of months from now saying you have something, but I want to be able to ask you this question. Can you cleanse the liver out, and can you save the liver, even if it's like, because I know the liver can regrow itself.
Correct.
But can you take the dandelion and stuff and still just keep flushing out your liver, and you might feel a big difference.
Definitely.
To heal it.
Because one thing I tell people, if I was to cut myself today, right now, that cut's not going to stay there. The body's going to naturally try to heal itself and repair itself so that that cut doesn't stay wounded over time.
Gotcha.
So definitely take the herbs to fine-tune the body so that your body could heal itself.
Okay.
So that it don't have the problem no more.
Gotcha.
And healing is a journey. So it's no chemicals, but it's just going to take a lot more time in order for the body to heal itself.
Okay. Would you say like a good 30 days to just like 30 to 40 days to
I said more.
More?
Way more.
Okay.
You probably got to treat it for like a year or two.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good.
So you got to be consistent. And even if you fall off, you jump back on it. Because once you take out your gallbladder, it will never be the same again.
No, it's
the body
not.
will never be the same.
It's not. It definitely isn't. And they don't educate you on that. They just take the daggone thing out, and I'm the doctor. I'm getting that big $10,000.
Once you got that good insurance, hey, they will do anything. My mom works for the courts, right? So I'm under her insurance. I went to the pharmacy one time in order to get like a little checkup. And they was like, oh, you never took the vaccination? You got good insurance. Go take the vaccination. Take this, take that. I wasn't taking nothing.
I don't blame you.
Oh, you know what's in that stuff? Dried pig stool and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I'm supposed to take it?
And that's what they forced me to take it. Like, so many people lost their jobs because they were forced to take to put something in their body that we just magically came up with, and they magically put something together so then they can stop this COVID vaccine, and people were still getting COVID. I
know a person who took it, they got it 15 times after they took it.
Wow. So what did they inject in our bodies? You know what I mean? It's
exactly.
Like back way back in the 1400s or whatever, 1800s. You know, so.
And one of the things I actually take to boost up my immune system, to tell you the honest truth, I call it the Pow Bow.
The Pow Bow.
Yes, you're
going
to take some too.
Let me see.
This is concentrated. All you need is one drop.
I'm scared.
Some of you probably already came to the store and already know what I gave you.
Is this what you gave your mother in the car?
Oh, yes. Put it on the back and then you lick it. Lick it.
Let me see.
Oh, yes. And we're going to stay strong today. It's going to boost up the immune system. Strong, right? That gonna boost it up. No kind of yeast, no kind of infection, no kind of sickness. And guess what? COVID ain't catching us.
Let me try to catch back up. Let me get back. Whoa, what was that? That is
concentrated oregano.
Oh, wow.
So people will come, I ask them, you ever had oregano? Yeah, I sprinkle it on my pizza. I said, nah, you need this. They take that. Oh, my gosh, what did you give me? My lips are burning, this and that. I said, but guess what? You ain't getting sick.
Wow. You see my face. It changed.
Oh, yes.
It was pretty, guys. Look at that face. It was pretty. Whoa. I can't even find no gum. I ain't even near my purse. Give me a piece of fruit out there.
So actually, I keep this with me at all times.
Okay.
Keep it in my car. And I try to take it at least twice a day. The reason why is because you have microbacteria.
Okay.
And sometimes those microbacteria, you can't even see with your eyes.
Oh, wow.
So they'll come up in your nose, they'll come in your mouth, they'll be on you, and you won't know. So you take this in order to cancel out microbacteria.
And tell them what microbacteria is.
Microbacteria is a small bacteria that you cannot even see. And those are the bacteria that actually get you sick. But in a way, you need the good bacteria and you need the bad bacteria. So that's why a lot of the times when they're giving you an antibiotic, it's killing all of the bacteria in your body. But you need the good and you need the bad. So you make sure you take a probiotic. But a lot of people go wrong because they just take a probiotic. But what you need before a probiotic is the prebiotic.
Okay.
The prebiotic is also known as inulin. And inulin actually comes from the skin of beets. So now we're going to get into some beets because you have a lot of people who say beets are bad for you to consume. Which, if you change the chemistry of beets, it will send up your sugar.
Okay.
Meaning if you cook it, which a lot of people do, it's very, very sweet. So
I'm
your
just
blood
letting you
sugar
know.
level will go up.
I'm gonna jump in real quick. I'm trying to keep my jacket on because he done set that menopause hot flash. That hot flash was like bang bang. Went bang bang. I'm sweating over here. I'm ready to take the wig off. I'm just saying. The Busch doctor put a bush on me. Whoa. Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
But I'm sorry, back to the beets.
Yeah, so if you cook beets, it will send up your pressure. It will send up your blood sugar.
Oh, it will?
Mm-hmm.
If you cook them.
Right.
Wow.
Because then it turns into sugar.
Oh, okay.
So if you do raw beets and you leave the skin on it, it's rich in nitric oxide. And TCM, red, is the color for the heart.
Okay.
So raw beets would be good for anybody on high blood pressure, with high blood pressure, to consume. So if you're taking amlodipine, if you're taking Norvasc, if you're taking losartan, if you're taking any kind of prill, the beets will actually help bring down cardiovascular inflammation.
Now, y'all hear that all. Now, we as black people, African American people, brown people, whatever you want to call us, we go to this doctor and we get this blood pressure pill, and you don't even know that this is really rat poison. And people's like, oh, I got to take my blood pressure pill. Okay. I was always taught by a Busch doctor, go ahead and take that supplement from the doctor, right? From the regular doctor. But you need to wean yourself off by like doing the beats and doing quiet. What is it? Blessed quietness.
Which is a high dosage of magnesium. Not to cut you, but magnesium was the world's first high blood pressure medication.
Oh.
So it started off with magnesium.
Which was healthy.
Exactly. The pharmaceutical company took it. They called it Norvasc. After Norvasc, they called it amlodipine. So now they have amlodipine 5 milligrams. They have amlodipine 10 milligrams. And they have a little bit of 15 milligrams. But magnesium was the world's first high blood pressure medication. And magnesium is actually going to alkaline the body from the inflammation, which is acidic. But since how you said to take the medication, a lot of times people just say, no, don't take the medication and throw it out. You throw away, you throw away your medication, you throw away your life. Sometimes the medication is there to arrest the condition right there and then, and you use the herbs to fine-tune the body to bring it down so that you don't have to take the medication anymore. But some of you who pressure goes up to like 200 to where it's a stroke, you gotta make sure you take that medication right there and right then so that your pressure could go down eventually with the herbs.
I'm just going to see if you have any questions. If anybody has any questions, let's just, let's go. Oh, I'm going down. I'm doing too much now, right?
No, you're good. You're good.
Let me see if I have anybody on here asking any questions.
And to tell you the honest truth, you know what the pharmaceutical company do?
What?
They take the dandelion that grows in everyone's backyard. We as regular people, we cut the dandelion. As kids, me and my cousin, Your Highness, we would always be playing back and forth, and we always used to see like this little leaf in the grass. We picked it, it's white, and you blow it.
Oh, yes.
That's dandelion.
Oh, really?
That's dandelion.
We used to blow it, make a wish.
Exactly. That is dandelion, and
Wow.
we pick it, blow your wish, but then you have our parents who will just mow it, take it up. But the pharmaceutical company, they take it and they make something called hydrochloric thiazide medication.
Wow.
That works as a diuretic to flush out the excess water.
So that's what they give with the blood pressure pill. Because I know
most of them if you have too much water.
Okay, because I know my friend at work, she takes a blood pressure pill and she takes a
water pill.
Now, what do you think about people that are on this blood pressure medication? And I know this guy that I personally know that he's on the blood pressure medication and he's sweating, and he's still sweating.
That's his adrenal glands. Your adrenal glands are the ones that sit on top of your kidneys.
Okay.
So imagine me as wearing a hat, and somebody pulled down my hat.
Mm-hmm.
It's messing with the adrenal glands and it's messing with your kidneys. High blood pressure is a heart and a kidney condition.
Gotcha.
So when the body is lacking a lot of potassium, which is an electrolyte activity towards the heart and to the kidneys, then you're going to have high blood pressure.
Okay.
Your potassium intake is supposed to be higher than the sodium intake.
Gotcha.
And that's what a lot of times people don't understand. Like with the sea moss, they'll be like, oh, it's salty. It's that. But sea moss has a lot of the potassium. Sea moss has a lot of the magnesium, which are considered salt.
Gotcha.
But it's the sodium which people has to stay away from. That's why even like with people who go to the seawater, to the beach, you go in there, you play in for at least 30 minutes, 15 minutes, or whatsoever, an hour. You go home, you take a shower, you're going to have the best night's sleep I could ever say.
Yeah, you do. You do, because I'm down from the shore. And when you go into the seawater, even if you just have your feet in it, but, I mean, you have to be a little careful nowadays with the beach. But still in all, just do it. It's nature.
Exactly, and that's the rich magnesium. That's the rich potassium in that actual seawater to help relax the body. Okay. And that's why people, I say with high blood pressure, soak the feet in some Epsom salt water if you can't get to the beach. Epsom salt is rich in magnesium sulfate.
Okay.
So that's going to bring out cardiovascular inflammation to the largest organ, which is the skin.
And this is big in our community, peeps. We, we put it on the collard greens. We just got finished with Thanksgiving. We had the macaroni and cheese that's salt. We have the collard greens with the smokes in it, whether it's pork or whether it's turkey. We got the salt. Everything is got a lot of salt. So your salt intake plays a big part. But I do have a couple of questions. We'll touch back on. Beth is asking a lot of questions, which is a great thing.
Shout out Beth.
Yes, shout out Beth. Shout out Beth. I hope she's still on so we can answer her questions. So we'll ask about the sugar a little bit. Okay, someone was asking a question. If farm sea moss better than natural sea moss? What's the difference?
Well, who would want to farm sea moss? Wild-crafted sea moss that's coming from the sea, that's coming from a coral rock, is the best. Because if you have a farm sea moss...
I've never even heard of farm sea moss.
Yeah, you got people growing sea moss right in their bathtub.
What?
Boom. Right in their bathtub.
Wow.
But sea moss is supposed to be attached to a rock or coral rock. So that's why you have a lot of companies now making coral mineral supplements.
Okay.
Because the coral rock is actually made up of minerals for the body. Okay. So sea moss, always remember that. And the coral rock could actually be as tall as a house.
Really?
Tall as a house. I have visited... I'm Jamaican. That's why you see me wearing my Jamaica.
Rasta, that's why his name is Busch, doctor.
Exactly. Busch, so we went to St. Thomas last year, and I actually harvested sea moss. The sea moss is supposed to be attached from a rock. So when I'm cleaning the sea moss and I'm making my own sea moss gel, sometimes you see like a rock in there. Oh, that's how you know it's the best. Okay. And sea moss is supposed to be thin. Anytime where you see the sea moss thick with a whole bunch of salt on it, something's wrong.
That's the farm.
Something's wrong.
That's the I'm gonna call that the TikTok sea moss.
The TikTok sea moss, the frauds. No frauds.
Because everybody been wanting the TikTok sea moss, right? Oh, get sea moss. I got sea moss. I keep trying to, encourage them. Do you want me to go to the store? I come in the store a lot to shop for people, right? Health. You
was just there for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Getting gifts for people. I remember.
Yes.
Oh, yes. And the store was busy.
Yes. And I still stand there.
Uh-huh.
Unless I have to go someplace. I do not go to the store at 740 Grand Street in Jersey City. I do not go there. And I'm like the first person there because I'm going to stand there because you hear so many other people in there with so many different elements that are going on through their body, older and young. I remember hearing this one guy come in there and he was like, you know what, Busch Doctor, you saved my marriage. You saved my marriage because I was on the blood pressure medication and you pointed me in the right direction for what I needed and you saved my marriage because he was having ED because he had high blood pressure. And I also found out that you can get ED from having a heart attack.
Oh, yeah, that's the black arteries.
I was like, wow, because of course that's stopping the blood flow. But I was like, wow.
And in
Wow.
biochemistry, what you learn is oxygen is also known as the detergent of the blood. Anything rich in oxygen, water, hydrogen peroxide, if you find the edible one, because you got to remember, hydrogen peroxide is known as H2O2.
Oh.
Water is known as H2O. So hydrogen peroxide, the edible one, has an extra molecule of oxygen than water to help with the circulation.
Okay, we're learning something now.
Oh, yes.
People have to come on the O-Coach show with
And
the
then
O-Coach
even like
speak.
when we go home, we're surrounded by 4 walls.
Okay.
There's no oxygen flow.
True.
So just crack open the window so that we get the nice oxygen from the trees.
Okay.
So that it could actually help with our arteries and stuff like that. And then we let out the carbon dioxide to help the trees. But stuff like that would be good. And then if you bring like air purifying plants.
Okay.
Snake, ivy, or spider. Those are oxygenating plants that helps get out the chemicals, but oxygenate our bodies.
Okay. I'm loving this. I mean, Busch Doctor's coming back again.
Point
We're going to
blank,
have
period.
him back on the show again. Like, there's so much and that we need to be educated on just to keep ourselves, give us that quality of life. You know what I mean? We want that quality of life so then we can still be here a little bit longer, you know? And always move the body. You got to move the body some type of way. You know, I'm limping right now. Don't know why, but I'm going to find out. But you got to keep moving that body. I still keep moving.
And it's funny how you say that because a couple months ago I was in Ghana. You know what they put on billboards?
What?
How long the person lived for.
Wow.
I mean, you can't even drive a next block without seeing a big billboard of this person living to 130. That was actually the highest billboard I seen. A woman living to 130.
Wow.
Then you go to another little town. You got 110, 120. The average person living over here, probably like little under 80.
And a lot of people that I hear now, they suddenly passed away because of cardiac arrest. Because we have to clean the arteries. There was something that they were saying that I'll get back to that. Maybe we'll do that in the next episode. We'll do something about heart disease.
Okay.
Maybe we'll do something on heart disease. But let's move further with a couple of more questions, and then we're gonna move on. Folic acid protects she was saying folic acid helps the liver as well. That's what somebody was saying. Then someone was asking about
That's good, but you need the main thing, folate. Folic acid comes from folate. And you need folate. Because you got to remember, they're going to put a chemical to actually take out the folic acid. But why you just don't get the whole compound, which is folate? You have people taking niacin, which is niacinamide, which is a B3 vitamin. You have people taking B12.
Okay.
But what's the active compound? What's the overall compound? B100. So take something that has a whole thing in it,
Okay.
rather than using a chemical just to take out the niacin or whatsoever. You just have sea moss. Sea moss is rich in the 92 minerals.
Yes, it is.
They would actually use a chemical just to take out the magnesium.
Wow.
Or the zinc, or the selenium, stuff like that. So take something that's whole.
Okay. Okay. So before we wrap it up, let's talk about a couple of things. Walk. Let's talk about a couple of things on the table. What's your number one thing on the table that you would definitely tell people to start off with?
So start off with, I say definitely take the sea moss. The sea moss gel, rich in 92 alkalining minerals for the body. And you just got to remember the minerals for the body, right? Is actually the spark plugs in order for the body to actually function properly. So just like how you'll have a car, if the car doesn't have the right amount of spark plugs, the car ain't going to run properly.
That's true.
So the sea moss will definitely help the body function properly, give the body the energy it needs, and help you sleep well at night.
So now with the sea moss, like I know people put different like flavors and stuff. Is that okay, or is that lessening the minerals? Because I'm always so big, like, oh, I don't want to put that in there because it might not give me the full effect of the sea moss.
It's best to know the person who is making it.
Okay.
Sea moss, to me, how I know it's good sea moss is rich in quality if the sea moss is thick.
Okay.
Because you got to remember, anybody who makes sea moss, anybody who doesn't make sea moss, when you make sea moss and you leave it in the pot, it turns thick.
Okay.
Hard, almost like a rock. It's not a rock, but it's almost like a rock.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just add water to
Okay.
actually make it jelly.
Oh.
So it's way more cheaper to get water and make a whole bunch of bottles than it is just to have a very thick sea moss.
Okay.
So to me, I feel like the thicker the sea moss is, the more potent it is.
Okay.
But definitely, if you have fruit, go ahead. Give it to the kid. The kid will love the fruit.
Yeah. So
Oh, yes.
Just to get it down, and they can start sea moss as early as what age?
You have it when you're a baby.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh, yes.
put it in the baby's milk.
It used to be a song by Red Cat, a Jamaican artist. He's saying, "Hey, you girl in the tight up shorts." That song.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of you probably know. But he sing about sea moss.
Oh, okay.
And he been around for years. But I've
Wow.
been taking sea moss since I was 1.
Wow.
You can make milk with sea moss.
Okay.
Sea moss, hemp seed. That's it. That's your
Okay.
milk.
Okay.
But you got people going in the grocery store getting dirty cow's milk.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Hey!
That's gonna be on our next episode. He got to be back. Now let's talk about. There's another hot herb out there, and this is the soursop.
Soursop, guanabana, graviola. You don't know. But soursop is actually known to prevent cancer.
That nice piece.
Yes, and that's a big one.
A big one.
But soursop actually is known to prevent cancer. Is way much more powerful than chemo. You're still gonna have your hair when you take it, because a lot of times people take chemo, they start losing their hair.
Yes,
Because chemo is a powerful drug.
it is.
Think of the hair as a magnet that's drawing out the toxic waste that's in the body. So when you see a lot of times people losing their hair, it's because the body's just too toxic. So when you take chemo and you're losing your hair, that's a harsh drug. The body's not meant to have a harsh drug in its system. So it's going to try to detoxify those chemicals. But you have guanabana that comes right off of the tree. You pick it in the islands, whether you're from the DR, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, Belize, Trinidad, or anything like that. And it prevents cancer. But I make sure I eat at least a soursop. I try to do it at least every day or every week, to be honest.
Okay. Now I do have one of my coworkers on. Her name is Caitlin,
Hey,
and
Caitlin.
Can you just do a real we're gonna bring it back about the sea moss and just a little bit, because I know she orders it online. I think she orders off Amazon. I always strongly suggest people give me the little cash, and I'm even not even shipping in here. I'm free shipping and handling, because I'm driving over to Jersey City on specific days and I'll get you the sea moss. But again, just let them know how your sea moss is the top of the line, because you go in there and sometimes you got to run up in there for the sea moss and the soursop, because it's gonna be gone.
You bet right. And I stayed up till last night I stayed up till 4 a.m. I don't even know how I'm functioning properly right now. 4 a.m. blending up sea moss. But I say, know your source. You got to know the person. Amazon bought Whole Food. Amazon has a whole bunch of junk food up on their website now. It's not the same. And if you research about Whole Food, if you research about Amazon, they get busted a lot of the times, because they will say this is that, they will say this is that, and it's not organic. It's really not. It's not certified organic. It has a whole bunch of hormones or anything like that. Trader Joe's is more so on the healthier side, is more so cleaner than Whole Food now. But I say know your source.
Okay.
Know your source. You just can't order any and anything off of the internet. And then once you putting it in your body, you don't know what you're consuming.
No, you don't. And the sea moss is really good, though. But if you want some sea moss, I can get it from
A lot of people said strawberry is the best one that I make for people.
Okay.
The strawberry, or now the mango. Now kiwi. I just put kiwi in it.
Okay.
Yeah, and That's flying. When I say that's flying, that's flying.
off the shelves. I'm telling you, people come afar. Now, let's go back. I know we have so many things on here, but let's go back to the soursop. Now, they can be receiving chemo treatment, right? And doing the soursop, right?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
not telling people to stop your chemo. So
No, I'm
let's
not
just
telling people that.
let's clear that up real quick. He's not saying stop your chemo. He's just saying use this with it, okay? He's not
to fine tune the body so that you
fine-tune
could
the
get
body.
because you got to remember, all cancer is remission. It could come back.
Yes.
It don't go.
No.
So you want to make sure you continue taking the soursop, whether you have the leaves, whether you have the fruit. I know the fruit is a little bit hard to find right now or to get into this country. I don't know why. Pum, pum, pum. But.
The government.
But just make sure you get the leaf, you get the fruit, or you do whatsoever, even if the juice. You live a more so healthy diet because all it is, cancer is just toxic waste that's within the body.
And when you get the soursop drink, please make sure you drink it within a couple of days. Don't let it sit in your refrigerator.
Nope.
Can you freeze it?
You could freeze it.
Okay, so if you buy a case, then you can freeze it. Then you take it out. Anything that you purchase, you can freeze. So, and you can, I see that.
And that's another thing, too, because you have people come and be like, oh, it was in my freezer and it went bad. Why didn't you take it? So now you just wasted $6.
Yes.
Then you wasted my time of me making the product for you.
Oh, he giving y'all the business.
Oh, yes. And then it's like, you let it expire? Come on now. And you got to remember, there's no preservatives. Anything I make here, it don't have no kind of preservatives. It's 100% pure. So the lifespan is a little bit more so lower than normal. But one thing about sea moss, if sea moss does not have any kind of additives, meaning no kind of fruit or anything like that, sea moss don't expire.
Oh, I know because I have some in my refrigerator. It's in the back, and I'll be like, I don't think I should take that. I don't think I should take that. It's probably going to smell like eggs.
And that's a lot of times what it does because it's rich in sulfur.
Oh.
Sea moss is naturally rich in sulfur, and anything rich in sulfur really does not expire. So you have people going out there, sea moss expires after 2 weeks or whatsoever. Anybody who knows the chemistry about sea moss, it does not expire. Anything rich in sulfur
Y'all hear that,
does not expire if it don't have any additives, no fruits, no kind of turmeric or ginger whatsoever you add.
Okay, so if you add the blueberries in it,
Right.
you need to be getting this done and done in one.
Oh,
right?
yes.
I do have a listener saying that she wanted some.
All right.
so-
Sounds good.
Before we wrap this up, because we are definitely going to have the Busch doctor back, I have a young lady that has MS. What do you suggest for people that have MS and lupus and stuff like that?
So they got to do a lot of stuff for the inflammation.
Okay.
I highly do recommend getting acupuncture done.
Oh, okay.
I highly do recommend taking stuff to bring out the inflammation through the skin.
Okay.
Go into the seawater in the summertime. Drawing the inflammation so that it could actually break you out. People look at a breakout as they don't want it, but a breakout is good.
Okay.
A breakout is getting all those chemicals out through the skin.
Okay.
So whether a person has a breakout, eczema, psoriasis, pityriasis, that's the waste coming out. So that should be a good thing.
Okay.
Take burdock root. Take stuff like that to actually help the lupus and the MS.
This burdock root is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I strongly suggest you take your black seed, the actual black seed, soak it overnight, and drop it in your sea moss.
Oh, yes.
Big difference.
So the prophet said, I don't know if y'all know, black seed is good for everything except for death.
Mm-hmm.
So you make sure you take your black seed and
Boyka.
TCM. Mm-hmm.
What is TCM?
Traditional Chinese medicine.
Oh, okay.
Black is the color for the kidneys.
Oh.
So anything black is always good for your kidneys.
Okay.
Black seed oil, black kidney beans,
Okay.
stuff like that to actually help the kidneys. Even black garlic.
Yeah, I just brought me some black garlic. I was like, oh, I gotta use
And
that.
it tastes
not that I
nice.
cook, but not that I do the cooking. With the kidney, now there's a lot of people out here. These are things that I'm telling you, we have to have another episode. You got to come back for the episode. We're going to probably do another episode in the beginning of the year so we can start off fresh. But these are some things that you can, implement into your diet right now as we speak, just to get a jump start for the beginning of the year.
And actually, for the beginning of the year, we do raw food.
Oh.
So the whole of January, we'd go raw.
Okay.
So probably like for lunch, we'll eat a coconut.
Oh, okay.
The white part of the coconut, the meat. When you eat coconut, you produce more enzymes in the saliva for the pancreas. People think of the digestive system starting in the gut, but the digestive system starts in the saliva. Why you think Chinese use something called a chopstick, and they put a little bit of food in their mouth at a time. They chew. They produce more enzymes, ptyalin and amylase for the digestive system, so that the pancreas, which is the largest organ in the body, produces more enzymes. I see it already.
He can't stand me because I brought my herbs with me. This plant enzymes, I received this from him because I don't have my gallbladder. So when you don't have the gallbladder, the food is not breaking down. It's helping with the liver. Let me tell you something. If you're going to go out and have a couple of drinks, I don't really drink that much anymore, but if you're going to go out and have a couple of glasses of wine or anything like that, you won't feel the after effect of feeling sluggish and feeling all crappy and anything like that. So these plant enzymes. This is definitely supports and helps your body, and it helps break stuff down in the liver because you don't have a gallbladder. But I want to talk about
how you take that.
I take 2 before I eat.
Okay, sounds good. Doing enough to make a difference now, because it just says 1 before every meal. But since you're taking 2, guess what? You're getting extra healthy.
Yes.
And you make sure you do a lot of yellow stringy fruits in the morning.
Okay.
Mango, pineapple, papaya. Anything rich in yellow stringy fruits. Okay. Like those 3 fruits, they're rich in enzymes. Okay. So pineapple is rich in an enzyme called bromelain, and then papaya is rich in an enzyme called papain. Then mango has in all of the bioflavonoids. So if you see the ingredients on that side of the capsule, it's going to say amylase, bromelain at the bottom, papain, and ptyalin. Ptyalin and papain is the main, ptyalin and amylase is the main ones in the saliva for your pancreas. Gotcha. And then the bromelain comes from the pineapple. And then the papain comes from the papaya.
That's what's in here, guys. Now, before we wrap this up, I really need the viewers and to find out, because there's a lot of people that have an underlying disease that I've just been finding out. Stage 3 kidney disease. A lot of people have that. And I found out with doing and you can confirm this, that when you do the black seed oil, black seed, these, you soak them and you put them in your applesauce, whatever you want to put them in. That's helping. It is helping suppress the disease. It's not going to cure it, but nothing that we're saying here is curing anything. We're just saying it's
fine-tuning the body so that it could help arrest the condition.
So what do you say about that? What do you do with all these people out here with stage 3 kidney disease, because now they can't take the ibuprofens? If they told me I had that, I'm sorry. If I got a headache, I'm still taking my ibuprofen.
They would need bromelain.
Bromelain?
To reduce down on inflammation at the kidney levels of the body to start off with.
Okay.
Now, a lot of stage 3 kidney disease comes from the medication that they were consuming previous. So you'll need a little bit more. I would need a little bit more to know. Okay. But one of the main things that deteriorates the body is stress. Is stress. So when you stress, it messes with your adrenal glands that sits on top of your kidneys. Okay. So now, that's what I was talking about with the hat. It's like I'm yanking my hat and the adrenal glands. So once you stress, your levels start going down, and you will go to the doctor, and one of the main things that the doctor would say to you, literally in your face, oh, you just have 25% left. You just have 50% left. So now you start thinking, oh my gosh, what do I do? What do I do? I'm going to be on dialysis and stuff like that. But you don't lose hope. That's the number one thing. Don't lose hope. If they say you only have 50% left, what happened to the other 50%? If you're still urinating, it's ways for you to come back. Do the dandelion to help flush out the kidneys. Do pure coconut water.
Okay.
That potassium, stuff like that. Do fresh lemon. They say lemon is best friends to the liver and sweethearts to the kidneys.
Okay.
So stuff like that is stuff that you could do on an everyday basis to help the kidneys.
Okay.
But definitely try not to stress. Stress plays a big part on the body, and you could be around somebody who is sick and they be like, oh, they had COVID. Now you start stressing. Now you're going to start feeling your throat get itchy.
Gotcha.
That's your mind playing with you.
Gotcha. Because that mind is powerful as the tongue.
Exactly.
So you got the 2 and 2 align with each other. So you got to speak to the mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Let's speak to the mind to make yourself clear of all of the stress. And it's easier said than done because people put the stress on themselves. You can live a beautiful life out here if you just ignore the bull crap of others. Don't bring somebody else's. Somebody might tell you something, and I learned this from you too. Somebody might tell you something. Don't hold on to what they're going to do. All you can do is pray and uplift them in some type of way.
I always say look at the positive side of stuff.
Yes, yes.
Always look at the positive. If something happened, don't look at the negative. Look at the positive. Be like, okay, so this happened, so now I could do this.
Yes.
This is teaching me something in my life.
Yes.
And that's what I try to do on my everyday lifestyle because I be on the go.
He does.
So people be trying to hit me with stress. Just like yesterday, somebody said they're going to do this to me. They're going to do that. A troll. But guess what? I'm still living. Mm-hmm. So guess what? I always look at the
They better not be doing nothing to the Busch doctor.
No, they can't do nothing to the Busch doctor, the one and only.
No.
So I always say look at the positive because sometimes you just have trolls out there and you just have bad-minded, negative people. And you just got to change it.
All righty. So now we're going to wrap this up. I want to thank you for sitting on the couch with the old coach. We're going to have you back again because we got to talk about weight loss. We have to talk about ED. We have to talk about libido. We have to talk about so many other things that you will be back. We talked about people with lupus and everything. So again, tell the listeners where they can find you.
So you can find the one and only Busch Doctor at 740 Grand Street, Jersey City, New Jersey. And you can follow me on Instagram at PRNC_Mikey, MIKEY. And you could do it like that. I do worldwide shipping. We just send out a whole package to Netherlands on Thursday. So we do a lot of worldwide shipping. Like I say, always start somewhere. Healing is a journey. So if you're watching this live right now, you better be starting by tomorrow morning. All right?
Get your sea moss.
Oh, yes. You don't know.
Get your soursop. Bye.
Thank you for
listening.
All right.
All right. That was a great episode.
That was really a great episode.
That was a great episode, and I'm so thankful to have you on here.
Thank you.
I hope our listeners take so much away.
Yes.
Because there was a lot to take away, there was a lot to give, and we were going to stop it and pause it, but this is a whole episode, and we will definitely be back in January.
It was an hour, right?
Yeah, it's been a whole hour.
Oh, y'all got a lot.
You got a lot in the hour, and there's a lot more to go.
Oh, yes.
You know, we Busch Doctor trying to keep you healthy and happy.
And that's what it is. Healing is a journey. So always spread knowledge, and that's what I like to do, spread knowledge so that other people could get on the same track and we live longer, to be honest.
And tell them how old you are with all of this knowledge.
23 years of age.
23 years of age.
And don't say old. You say old, then you're going to start molding yourself into, oh, I got back problems. You're walking with a cane. I'm old. I'm getting older. So always say years of age so that at 100, we going skiing at the top of Hunter Mountain and we going down. We going to be running.
And how old is your Nana? How old is she? And she still mountain climbs. And
75.
75.
About to turn 76.
And she does kayaking and
skiing. She be leaving me at the top of the mountain. Our whole family, my grandmother, my uncle got the store in Newark, South Orange Ave, 371 South Orange Ave, Corona Whole Food Store. Then my grandmother, she makes the nice turmeric soaps, pure. So she has sage, turmeric, a whole bunch of different soaps. Seaweed, sea moss. So it's in the whole family, to be honest. The whole family in time with the healing journey. Straight from Yard, straight from Jamaica, Kingston, or Southside.
I want to you to put out there one more thing. You guys do consultations.
Yes.
Talk about that real quick in our last couple of minutes.
So any kind of condition going on with the body and you're kind of lost, you don't have no guidance, definitely stop by. You could visit our website and you could do a scheduled consultation. It's going to be a one-on-one. We do iridology, which is the reading of the eye, meaning any kind of thing that's going on with the body, it shows up in your eye. Even on the tongue. A lot of the times you have people who stick out their tongue and they have a deep line through the middle. That means they have a lot of back pain. That's their skeletal structure. Then a lot of the times, if you look at a lot of people's iris right now, they have a dot more so to the 3 o'clock position. That's the thymus gland. A lot of people are smoking. A lot of people are breathing in pollutions from the air, the factory, car pollution. So that's their thymus gland that's inflamed. And the thymus gland controls the immune system, meaning you will get sick a lot. Okay. You'll wake up in the morning and you'll just feel mucus in your throat.
Oh, wow.
Think of a gorilla. You see how the gorilla go boom, 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 boom? That's their T cells they're waking up.
Oh, wow.
The T cells is the thymus gland, which controls the immune system.
So that's what we have to think of, guys. So we're going to wrap it up.
Sounds goody. Thank you.
What does the Busch doctor have to say? Busch doctor.
The Busch doctor has to say, you definitely hit me up, and we are going to make sure you get right. We're going to keep the steam fish on okra body, because you don't know, body can't broke down, body have to stay strong.
All right. Thank you so much for being on the couch with the old coach. We appreciate you for coming, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Oh, yes. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and stay blessed. And thank you for listening on the couch with the old coach. Had a great time with you. Bye.